Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16. But let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And some strong running. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. There's the first NFL catch for Devontae Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Rolling to his right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Second down, here's Chubb again. Trucks over him. And they'll get this down to the 10. 54 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Out to his left. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10. Back to throw here. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now off to the races down the right side. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll set up a throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott. Our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Buying time to his left. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they picked that one off.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Four yards remain for second down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep...
Touchdown, Falcons! Cordell Patterson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carlos Basham in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's out to Chubb, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.